Hello, everyone. I'm Jessie, and I'm here because I want to help you stop cutting and renounce suicide. So, today I want to talk about borderline personality disorder. I was diagnosed with BPD at 18 after an extensive 3-day evaluation by a psychologist who had a great understanding of the disorder. I had previously been wrongly diagnosed with bipolar 1, bipolar 2, and reoccurring major depression before I got the proper diagnosis of BPD. There are 9 symptoms of BPD. You need to have 5 or more of them to be diagnosed. They are intense fear of abandonment, chaotic, unstable relationships, lacking a good sense of self, impulsiveness, masochistic suicidal thoughts and behavior, emotional instability, chronic emptiness, intense angry outbursts, and occasional stress-induced disassociation or psychosis. I've experienced all 9 of these symptoms, and I'm going to do a separate video on each one of them to address them more thoroughly. There are a lot of factors that can contribute to developing BPD, but there are 2 that seem to always be there. Those are high sensitivity and childhood trauma. Now, learning to live your best life while having BPD means addressing each of your symptoms individually, but also getting down to the root of the disorder. This means really getting in touch with yourself, understanding your high sensitivity. If you have BPD, you have high sensitivity. This is something you were born with. It's not going to go away. But you can learn about it and you can learn to work with it. And the more you do that, you can start to see how it can be a gift. I'm talking empathy, clairvoyance, mediumship, Reiki healing, true psychic abilities, as well as many artistic abilities, are all different gifts of high sensitivity. Suppressing this is just feeding into the cycle of your BPD symptoms. You have to learn to embrace your high sensitivity. The other part of getting to the root is addressing the trauma. That means going back to those events in your mind with a higher perspective and working to forgive and release that trauma. In the metaphysical world, we call this shadow work or inner child healing. Now, this trauma can be many different things, and with BPD, it's often multiple. There's usually something involving your parents that left you feeling abandoned. There can be different types of abuse or neglect. And then there are types of trauma that can be overlooked because it's no one's fault. For example, I was born with a heart condition and had open heart surgery at 6 weeks old. So at the most crucial bonding time of my life, instead of being held and nurtured, I was poked and prodded and underwent major surgery. They say you don't remember early childhood, but there is a big part of you that does. That part of your life plays a huge part in the development of your personality. So you have to really dive deep to address those different traumas. If you like to read, I strongly recommend the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. That book literally changed my life. As a person with BPD, practicing the things I learned in that book helped more than anything the mental health system ever did for me. To regain a sense of self, you have to connect with yourself. Really learn to meditate. But not just guided meditations. I'm talking about a lifestyle of meditation where you become the observer of your thoughts and feelings instead of the victim. I know it sounds impossible, but I promise it's not. And I will explain more on how to do this in my BPD symptoms videos. If you're living with borderline personality disorder and are tired of it ruining your life, I understand. You're not alone. I love you and I believe in you. Until next time, take care of yourself.